Lisa Vanderpump once said, "You could film me for 24 hours a day and you'll get a very accurate picture of me." I think that this quote rests true for both her personal and professional life. Hello everyone, my name is Ellie, and I've been observing Lisa Vanderpump for much longer than just the past few weeks. Lisa Vanderpump, often casually referred to as LVP, is a reality TV show star, an activist, and a restaurateur. She owns numerous restaurants in the Hollywood area and has starred in 2 different reality TV shows on Bravo TV network. I discovered Lisa through my love of the Real Housewives series, but she is mostly known for her British charm and activism in various different fields. Today, I would like to review Lisa's speaking qualities to display why I believe that she is a good public speaker. I plan to take you through 3 main aspects of her speaking, which are her formality, her appearance, and her mannerisms. I have observed Lisa speaking for many years, but over the past few weeks, I have watched much more of Lisa than I had ever imagined I would be. I'll not be going into depth on all of these speeches, but I would like to mention 2 speeches that I found very useful in my determination of her speaking skills. The 2 speeches I would like to mention are her award speech from the 2015 Equality Awards ceremony and her most recent interview with Andy Cohen of the Bravo TV network regarding her appearance on future seasons of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. The content, audience, and purpose of these 2 speeches does differ vastly, but I think that it's these variations that lead to good reasons as to why LVP is quite a public speaker. To start, I think it would be best to address her formality. While these 2 speeches do differ in their terms of formality, I have found that Lisa does typically have a very formal voice. Some people may find this to be annoying, and she does seem to come off somewhat aloof, but I have found that her formality is actually something quite natural for her. Being British, she does tend to use more proper tone and word choice rather than the more casual tone that Americans use, and so for this reason, she does come off a lot more formal than the average person. An example of her formality does come from a 2015 speech at the Equality Awards ceremony, where she says, "When I was growing up, I was told that if you judge people by their race, their religion, or their sexual identification, you should not do so. And if you do, you will miss out on a lot of really wonderful people." In this simple statement, I find myself noticing that the language is rather formal. It is in this same speech that she says she was not prepared, yet she is able to create such eloquent language that most of us would not be able to create without using a manuscript or having practiced many times before. In many of her speeches, I do find that she can use this very eloquent form of language so naturally. I think that this is very fitting for her identity and is something that enhances her public speaking quality. Along with formality, I do see that she has a very proper form of dress. I've never seen her underdressed, but particularly when she is speaking, she is always dressed perfect for the occasion. While she is giving her award acceptance speech, she's wearing a very formal dress like what a movie star might wear to a red carpet ceremony. She was perfectly dressed for that occasion. When she was doing her interview with Andy Cohen, she wasn't formal per se, but she was wearing high quality or high class business casual, which was very fitting for this type of interview, as well as fitting for who she is as a person. Being properly dressed for a speech and for a specific occasion is another quality which makes a good public speaker. Finally, we shall touch on her mannerisms. Lisa always has direct and high quality eye contact. In every speech of her, she spends a majority of the time making eye contact, which is what we've learned to do. I think by doing this, the audience has a much more connected feeling with her, especially as a public speaker. I also think it's right to mention here her gestures and her body language. She uses hand gestures and facial expression very fittingly in all of her speeches. I don't feel as though she overdoes any movements or underdoes any movements, and I also do not think that she has any problem gestures. For me, these notions also add to the quality of speech that she possesses. In broad strokes, I feel it is fair to say that Lisa puts in the work to make her speeches of a high caliber. She avoids use of interjections, she never speaks for too long, she always finds a way to connect with the audience and to make the audience invested in what she is saying. She's confident and captivating, which I think, and I think many others also appreciate. Through her formality in appearance, speech, and mannerisms, she becomes quite the role model for some good qualities of public speaking. Lisa is certainly not a famous public speaker, but for someone who is involved in many different walks of life, She's a good example, I think, of the standards in which a normal person may end up doing a lot more public speaking than they think they will be. With all of this being said, I hope that you have learned a little bit about good quality public speaking and agree with me that Lisa is a good public speaker. Thank you all for listening. Have a good evening.